Hello everyone, Ray here. Here we've got an LG V20 and a Pixel XL. If you are looking for an all-rounded performer, which is the best pick for your money? Let's find out. The comparison's a bit interesting this time around. Not only do we have to consider the performance, camera features and the audio quality, but also the ability to open the back cover and jump right back to 100% battery charge within minutes. The V20 is definitely a better bet if you do treasure LG's brilliant combination of removable battery, microSD expansion and metallic design. Alright, design-wise, there's nothing to compare actually. Of course, they do have a completely different design language, but I'm pretty sure you are not buying either of them just because of their amazing revolutionary design. The dual camera setup on the V20 is poorly designed in terms of beauty, and you will also have to pay extra attention on not to break the glass on the protruding camera hump, while the Pixel stands out from the crowd with that weird dual-tone design. However, despite the screen size on the V20 is only 0.2 inch larger than the Pixel XL, the latter one's a whole lot smaller and easier to control with one hand. The V20 is actually way bigger than any 5.7 inches phablet, thanks to the dual display. One-hand operation's impossible on this jumbo flagship. Build quality though, the crown belongs to the Pixel XL without a doubt. Not only is the curved and rounded aluminum chassis surprisingly smooth and comfortable to hold, but also mounted to the front and the back panels like one piece. While the V20 is simply not up to our expectation on the flagship smartphone in 2016, even the width of the top and the chin are not matching the display panel, and minor gaps are here and there. But the V20 boasts an IR Blaster for smarter remote control, and it also packs a much better microphone. In 24-bit 192 kHz, and you can see here, left and right channel, so I'm now speaking to the left channel, hey hello everyone, and to the right channel. Hello, my name's Ray. Speaking of heavy users, both the Pixel and the V20 supports USB on the go. The fingerprint sensor, however, the position's more or less the same, but the Pixel is marginally more responsive than the one on the V20. Not a big deal though. The advice is, if you do need a removable battery and microSD expansion, go for the V20. But Google's unlimited cloud storage for videos and photos, also the reasonably large battery inside the Pixel. Nice one. Performance and features. Double tap to wake finally become official on the Pixel after Android 7.1.1 update. But well, LG's invented double tap to wake back on the G2 3 years before, and not code on the G3 is definitely the best solution for phones with fingerprint sensor on the back. Meanwhile, ambient displays got even smarter on the Pixel. Notifications and the time pop up automatically when the phone's lifted up. Google Assistant is also exclusive to Pixel phone right now, despite the V20 does run Android 7.0. So yep, 7.0, those new good fantastic features like the extended notifications which makes picking your email a lot easier is here. Multi-window is another perfect feature to have on a phablet, with tons of third-party app support, scrolling along the timeline, while watching YouTube videos, browsing the web's not a problem at all. Now LG's goodies, Qslide apps and another version of floating windows. Unfortunately, only 7 system apps are supported up to this point, but it's better than nothing. While the pin icon right next to the multi-window icon on the recent apps page simply pins your selected apps that are expected to run on the background instead of being queued. The navigation bar is customizable in the meantime, up to 5 shortcuts can be put here. Even though there are only a handful of selections, the key is there's a dedicated page to either show or hide the navigation bar, which is ideal for any Android phone comes with software keys. The 5.7 inches display looks even more massive without a black bar. And of course we have the dual display on the V20, but it will be unfair to compare 2-to-1 display. If you are interested in exploring the dual display in depth, make sure you will watch our full review later on, because it's time to find out which is the faster phone. The Pixel does pack the updated Snapdragon 821, but is underclocked at 2.15 GHz. Performance gain over the 820 is marginal, or even not at all. But software does matter. The Pixel is running stock Android with the latest hardware, it simply flies. The V20 is not bad, but it's certainly not as responsive as the Pixel. The few hundred milliseconds delay on opening every single app makes a huge difference for people who are used to the iPhone experience. Back on our standard apps opening speed test, they are both offering 2016 flagship performance. While in the second round, that we open the apps which should be running on the background, both of them suffers from the minor lag problem. Switching between apps not as smooth as phones with 6GB of RAM, but it's a rather demanding scenario to be fair. So overall, the V20 is features packed, but the Pixel XL is marginally smoother and more responsive. It's a choice between much more features and slightly better performance. Time to test out our camera once again is an interesting comparison. The 120 degrees ultra-wide angle lens on the V20 is absolutely breathtaking. It squeezes much more buildings, architectures, or whatever you wanted to put onto an image. The major downside, which might be a deal breaker, is the lens flare issue. Every time the frame includes a street light, it turns into a spiderweb. But overall, two is better than one. Or is it? Before we directly compare the images taken with each of them side by side, it's also worth a mention that the V20 offers much more professional settings, including peaking focus, manual shutter speed, ISO, and white balance. Once again, we are comparing photos taken with manual mode on the V20 to photos created with Auto HDR Plus on the Pixel. Some say it's unfair, but the idea is to compare what the V20 can offer at its best to the best from Google. During daytime, the Pixel XL gives the absolute best dynamic range on any smartphone, with punchy colors and relatively high contrast. Details are nearly identical. But the image captured with the Pixel seems to be a lot more 3D and vibrant. Dynamic range on the Pixel XL is simply terrific. While optical image stabilization on the V20 allows longer exposure time to keep the ISO as low as possible, it's making a huge improvement. Details are much crisper than the Pixel. However, the reddish-purplish white balance on the V20, also the less profound colors. Images taken with the V20 are detailed but plain and inaccurate. The Pixel is also getting a huge advantage on video shooting. Electronic stabilization works much better than we've expected. Handheld footages are well stabilized. However, we can shoot pro-like videos on the V20 with external stabilizer, but handheld footages are not comparable to the Pixel. So we've come to multimedia. The displays are both pixels packed with Quad HD resolution. Viewing angle is great, however colors pop on the Pixel's display with a warmer and more pleasant white balance, compared to a greenish one on the V20. Video watching and gaming experience on the Pixel is better. While the quad deck on the V20 makes it a whole lot better smartphone/player. It drives my Xperia A3 like nothing, producing crisp high frequencies, balanced mids and bass. And the bass is deep, but it's not covering the highs, and the instruments and vocals are well defined. The Pixel XL lags behind in this game, with that built-in chip inside the Snapdragon processor. Last but certainly not least, the battery on the Pixel XL is pushing a much more efficient AMOLED display. Battery life is one of the best on the market. We are getting some sort of quick charge technology no matter which phone you have picked at the end, however. The Pixel is well built, but the V20 is a perfect example of a slim metallic phone with a removable battery. The IR blaster and the shockingly amazing microphone also makes it a better phone for geeks. Pure Android on the Pixel offers seamless, snappy user experience, while the heavily customized LG version of Android is way more features packed. The camera on the Pixel takes brilliant videos and photos with auto mode, but you can have full manual control on the V20. The display is bigger on the V20, but the colors are more pronounced on the Pixel. The quad deck, however, on the V20 is amazing. It's the perfect phone for music enthusiasts. So there we have it, which is the best pick for your money, and we hope you all enjoyed watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Once again, this is Ray. See you next time.